Hey, what's up, guys? I had this book for years. Hammer Vault. I guess it's a coffee table book. I don't have a coffee table though. Treasures from the archives of Hammer Films. Essentially, they go over a lot of the films, how they were released, but they like to go after the promotional material that would go on back in the day. I mean, the movie theaters, they would be released. You'd have all these kinds of promotional materials. Some of it aimed solely at as you can see, the movie theater owners. It's like, well, you don't have to ask what's doing the business. Everyone knows it's quartermass, right? So they're trying to say, yo, get this movie into your, into your movie theater, mate. Look at this, and you got these are the major cities here. Oh, Swindon, look, my man Rorschach. Look, Gravesend, my old neighborhood, except the one in Brooklyn, not the original one. I think it's in London. Oh, Blackpool, Lord Stevie Regal, and I've never heard Torquay. There's a place in England called Torquay. Anyway, but I like some of these stuff they have here. Like, ask women this question: would you steal your strangely afflicted husband from hospital? It's like. That's right. Probably less women now would say yes than back then. But Hammer. I mean, every movie theater, every movie studio, they kind of made this promotional material. And of course, this stuff fetches. I can't imagine how much this would go for at some boomer monster kid auction. And I never saw this one, this X the Unknown. But I saw the two quartermasters, and of course the one in color, the quartermaster in the pit. Yeah, quartermaster 2. So it's kind of cool, all the stuff here. And then they always will go over the what happened when it was released, a little background of it for each film. And what I like about this one is that they always release the media's opinions of these films. Okay, we watch these films now, we consider them classics. But back then, you see stuff like this, right? The BBFC dismissed Quartermass 2 as nonsense and quite disgusting. Sentiments that were echoed by certain Fleet Street critics, right? Of course, when they got bad reviews, when the Hammer films were excoriated by the press, they usually did pretty well in the box office. Kind of like the monster business, that's right. Look at this, all-time high for a Saturday and a Sunday, take it to Warner, right? So they're telling you, get these movies into your theaters if you want to make some money. And, let's fight. I'll say it again, Curse of Frankenstein. Paul is the moral voice in the film, but you can't stand the guy. It's amazing what they did. I don't know if it was intended, Terrence Fisher had done it, or for the acting, but Paul is right, but you don't like Paul. You like this Byronic, romantic anti-hero, the villainous Frankenstein. What a brilliant film. Anyway. Oh, another movie written by the same guy that wrote Quartermass and a bunch of stuff. The Abominable Snowman. Right? Forrest Tucker. F. Troop. Yeah, great actor. And of course, Peter Cushing. This film is brilliant. This Arkham Report. This is a Lovecraftian film. You know what? I'm gonna do a video on Lovecraftian horror films that people usually don't mention. This is a Lovecraftian horror film because it's as much a psychological horror. Okay, but then at the end, the snowmen, the abominable snowmen, are anything but abominable. Let's say they're. Oh, I don't want to give it away, but the ending is brilliant. It's really a science fiction film. Never saw this. Oh, look at this. And you got it's funny too. It's like, we need Japanese soldiers. Let's get a bunch of Italian guys to play. Yeah, I want to go through every single one. I want to go through some of the films that I really recall. But of course, the Dracula, right? Dun, dun, dun. You got to go over this. And yeah, it's always funny. You see, wow, man, Peter Cushing. You think he's not tall, right? But this man here was 6'4". He was 6 feet tall. He was a tall guy. So it's just that you think he's short because this guy was like, very, very huge. Yeah, very big here. So All right. Oh man, and if I could go to the Revenge of Frankenstein. Right, this is a brilliant film too. I mean, this was a really good film as well. I know it's it's a good film. It's cool too. They show the novelizations that you had, Panther books. Can you imagine how much these go for now? Anyway, I'm gonna go through some other ones here with the power of editing. What's this? Terror of the Tongues. Oh, let's get out of here. Yeah, Curse of the Werewolf, man. Oliver Reed, dude. Now you know this dude. This dude is famous for being a extremely violent drunk, but at the same time being a very also charming and clever and very intelligent. Always projecting a menace, which is something that I can appreciate. But Curse of the Werewolf is, man, the only werewolf film they ever did. Hammer, great movie. Yeah, remember how this guy died, right? He was filming Gladiator, and I think he was in Gibraltar, and he was in a bar, a pub, something there, and he drank himself to death, but he was having fun doing it. So, very interesting. All right, once again, this is a film. I saw this on AMC. I don't remember seeing this as a kid, right? The Damned, or as in America, it was called These Are the Damned. This is one of the best freaking Hammer films. Man, this movie is probably one of the most grimmest, sad, nihilistic, science fiction, dystopian, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, the whole idea is that this is actually based on a novel, which is the first part of a trilogy. But this is they only made this adaptation. These children, these mysterious children who are being bred to survive a nuclear war. Okay, they run afoul of this American actor. This guy's way too old to be with this woman, and runs afoul. At the beginning of the scene when they're in, I think Dorset, by the beach, and this little gang here, they come and they start messing. I like Oliver Reed when he starts mocking this guy, putting on like a John Wayne American accent. It was really cool. So in the end, it's just, man, pretty grim. The Damned. This is one of the best Hammer films you probably never saw. And obviously the band probably got the name. The punk band probably got their name from this film. This is cool. I remember seeing this on Channel 11. Man, this scared the hell out of me. Phantom of the Opera. Look, you have all these things here. You get all the gimmicks, like all the tricks. You got masks. Look at that. Cool stuff, man. Really cool. A good movie too. It gets overshadowed a lot because of the other version. This was a great version of Family Opera with Herbert Lom, the great Herbert Lom. The Reptile. Now this is a great film. It's shot in Cornwall, but I like this here. Many of these films, right? The British Board of Film Censors, Soho Square. This is to certify that The Reptile has been passed for exhibition when no child under 16 is present. X rating. Yeah, that's so funny. The rating system. Growing up, man, when you went to see a horror film or whatever, man, there always kids got in there, man. Their cousins or their uncles would get them in, man. The kids always got in. Maybe not back here in England, but in the early 80s, man. Oh, man. Going right into, yes. 1 million BC, man. Great film. You know, you always forget this is, not only is this a Hammer film, but this is the biggest money-making Hammer film ever. This is to certify that Prehistoric Women has been passed as more suitable for exhibition to adult audiences. Yeah. Martin Bestwick. This movie's crazy. Okay, this movie's great. And this dude is such a wussy, man. Very cocked out, but it's kind of cool. The dark-haired women rule over the blondes. I mean, they show this on Channel 11. This is such a brilliant, intelligent science fiction film. Quartermaster in the Pit. I don't know what else to say, man. This was such a good film in color. Yeah. And then once again, it's Nigel Neal. The guy did a lot of great work, man. Lost Content. Everybody badmouths this film, right? Everybody makes fun of this film, says it's horrible, says it's terrible. This movie is awesome, man. Don't listen to these people. I don't know who these people are, man. Lost Cotton is hot. When I was a kid, it scared the hell out of me, but watching it later as an adult, this is a really great movie, man. Don't listen to these people telling you this, man. This is one of my favorite Hammer films. Blood of them from the Mummies too, man. Very, very grisly film. I've gone over this, man. Really mean film too. It just seems like really how cool it is. How mean spirited, bloody, and oh man. Oh boy. Usually I don't get like, oh man, look how gorgeous. And this is funny too. Valerie Leon, right? I never got that calendar for. What did he say here? What the hell, man? There's something funny. Or the top, right? I was very worried about how I looked on Blood from the Mummy's tomb, says Valerie. I really was not aware that I had the most amazing figure and that I was attractive. What the hell? You blind woman? Jesus Christ. Wow. Alright. I have not seen Hands of the Ripper. I keep hearing how great this is. So guess what movie I'm going to be watching? Probably on Bitch a little bit. So this and Kiss of the Vampire. Two other underrated films from Hammer, man. I went over this. Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde. Oh boy. Crazy, crazy film, man. Warning, the sexual transformation of a man into a woman will actually take place before your very eyes. It's like, yeah, you're telling us it's going to happen times a billion. Now, the funny thing too is that I will say that this film is great because it is not campy in the slightest. That's why they did it totally straight. It was great. And right into the next. Dude, I always forgot House of Hammer. They made a comic magazine, a House of Hammer. I always said I was gonna get my hands on these, and I forgot. But look at that, man. I guess this is a British, apparently also they used a lot of the Spanish artists that I keep talking about. Interesting. Bro, Vampire Circus, man. This is once again, people say, oh, 70s Hammer, everything goes downhill. Bro, Vampire Circus, I remember watching this on Channel 9, and I remember seeing it years later on Uncut, on a bootleg video. This is a nasty movie too, man. A lot of great imagery in this. Vampire Circus is no joke, man. The ending is totally friggin', but the whole film is just amazing. One of the best vampire films ever made that you probably never hear about, man. Another film that gets dissed all the time, Dracula AD 1972. I love it. Look at Caroline Monroe. You have that hippie band playing, Chelsea 73. Hey, they have a Chelsea in London too, apparently. 40. This was a great, this was a great film, man. I keep saying, the 70s was horrible. And you read about this, Roy Wood Baker, all respect to him. I was like, it's an atrocious film. This is one of the best movies ever made, man. This movie, if you are me growing up watching Shaw Brothers movies and Hammer movies on the same channel, right? And then you see a movie where they're combined. Oh, dude, man. Really amazing. And they go here too. Now this was not as good, but I don't like what's his name, Stuart Whitman. Was never a fan of his. But what's cool about this film too is that T. Long is in this, as is also Lily Lee, and you get to hear them speak English, not dubbed, just like you hear David Chang speak English in this film, not being dubbed, which is always funny to hear because they usually dub. T. Long, remember him? What is this? Der Todlich Schatten des Mr. Shatter. Running it out with some films that Hammer never made. That would have been an awesome film. Yo, they should have made this one, and look who would have been the heroes in it. Vampirella, they never made that. Kali, Bride of Dracula, where he was in India. That would have been cool. Savage Jackboot, Peter Cushing as a Nazi, ruthless Nazi. Can you imagine? And of course, this one is the biggest crime. Nessie. What is this? A Toho Hammer co-production with the Loch Ness monster. This would have been, oh, damn it. Maybe in another universe this was made. And that's, what the hell is this? Anyway, enough later. What the hell? Sybil Shepherd, what are you